Kyoto is one of Japan's biggest cities, as well as one of the most culturally and historically important. I mean, it was the capital city before Tokyo for 1,000 years, but actually, there's so much to see and do here, like 16,000 temples, 800 shrines, 17 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. It's too much. You could literally be born and raised here and never see everything that it has to offer. I'm here for just 2 days and I got kind of a bucket list of stuff I want to see, pretty much all the famous stuff. So let's go see how much we can explore just 2 days. So this whole area is Gion, which is actually the Geisha district of Japan, although it's quite rare to actually see a geisha here because there's less than 250 left in Kyoto. It's kind of a dying tradition, sadly. However, there is a way you can almost guaranteed see geisha if you come in April. I'm going to show you that later, but for right now I've come to something I really wanted to see. This is the Gion Pagoda. Usually I hate traveling from one spot to another, but this place is actually really different. This whole stretch is called Higashiyama, and it's all of these traditional, historically preserved buildings called machiya, or literally town store. And you can also notice that there's a lack of like telephone poles and stuff. They actually made efforts to remove them all, and it's just so beautiful. And with the pagoda in the background, this is a really popular spot, as you can see. So you might see a lot of people wearing kimonos around here, and you know, the majority of them are not Japanese. You can actually rent kimonos and yukatas around this area. Most people do it because of the amazing photo opportunities. So as you can tell, pretty crowded around here, and well, there is a good reason for that. That's because it's actually the end of cherry blossom season, so everybody's come to this famous temple to get one of the most famous photo spots in Japan. So this is Kiyomizu-dera, which literally means pure water temple, and it has been a challenge just to get to this point to do this presentation, but I wondered why it was so crowded. There's actually a festival going on at the moment that only happens once every 3 years. Something to do with the dragon rising out of the water. And the reason why this place is so special is because it's 13 meters above the ground, purely built from wood, no nails whatsoever. And it's one of Japan's, and definitely Kyoto's, most celebrated temples. As I mentioned, Kiyomizu-dera is built on top of a waterfall, and right here the waterfall is actually split into 3, and you can collect water in these cups and then wash your hands with them, of course, to purify yourself. But the real reason why most people come here is because each stream actually has a benefit, and if you drink from it, you can acquire that benefit. So the benefits are to have longevity, success at education, and success in love life. But drinking from all 3 is considered greedy. But I am going to drink from 2 because I'm a little greedy myself. I don't know which one's which, so what benefit I'm getting, I have no idea. And if you're worried about the hygiene factor of this, they're actually ultraviolet sterilized in this machine back here. Kiyomizu no butai kara tobi oriru is actually a Japanese proverb that means to jump off the stage of Kiyomizu-dera. It basically means to make a decision to do something courageous or brave. And looking at this, I can kind of understand where the proverb comes from, although if you did jump off of this, at very minimum you're going to break your legs. So I don't think I'm going to be doing any acts of courage anytime soon, but it's very interesting to come and see the source of this expression. However, this festival, as interesting as it was, and it really was, has taken up most of my day, and it's only like the first place I really wanted to come and visit. So let's go to somewhere that was a bit more planned and see something truly interesting.
Yeah.
And I am back into the busy streets, but what I realized is when I went into Kiyomizu-dera, they actually gave us a bottle of water, and it's got a message on it that reads, "This is the day of water." So of course it's some kind of water festival, I'm guessing, but what is also interesting is the rest of the English that reads, "Hopefully this bottom gives us a moment to appreciate the blessing of water." Clearly that's a typo and they mean this bottle, but everybody loves a good bottom. This is just incredible. I mean, this location isn't what I had planned. I'm actually on the way back to Gion, but everywhere you go in Kyoto, there's just so much to see. This is Yasaka Shrine, and I actually don't know much about it other than I think this is so old it actually predates Kyoto being the capital city. There's so much going on around here too. There's loads of food stalls selling street food and everything, but I need to hurry up because my appointment is waiting for me. Okay, this is it. I finally arrived. Behind me is Miyako Odori, which is a geisha performance. They only hold this once a year in the first week and a half of April, so it's really difficult to get. And they sell the tickets 6 months in advance. It's so difficult to get in here, but this is your best chance of seeing real life geisha in Japan. And luckily I've got tickets, but I'm running super late, so let's just get inside. That was honestly so much fun. I couldn't film a damn thing in there. I mean, you're not allowed to film or take any pictures anyway, but I was wedged between 2 security guards. I was going to try and sneak some footage, but highly recommend it if you come during this time of the year, beginning of April, because I mean, you can't have many opportunities to actually see geisha in Kyoto, but this, you're pretty much guaranteed there's like 80 of them performing. And it's not just geisha like performing and dancing. I mean, it is that, but they're also telling the story throughout the 4 seasons, including that of Tanabata Festival. If you know that story, you know what I'm going on about. But yeah, the price is also reasonable, about 6,000 yen for premium seats. Really good deal. The sun is going down though, so it's time for me to go and get something to eat and then check out one little thing for nighttime. Let's go. It got cold so quickly, but that's okay because there's actually loads of different illuminations here in Kyoto at this time of year. I'm at Toji Temple, another World Heritage Site. Actually, Kiyomizu-dera was a World Heritage Site too, totally forgot to mention that. Behind me is Kondo Hall, which is the biggest building in this kind of complex. And well, the reason why this whole place is actually really important is because when Kyoto was moved as the main capital, it was one of 2 temples that served as like a guardian safety beacon of Kyoto. The other temple was called Saiji Temple, but it's kind of defunct now, so you can't even go there, I think. There's loads of stuff to do around here. I mean, right here is Kodo Hall, and you can actually go inside and see some Buddha statues and stuff, so let's go and check it out. You can really smell the history in that room, and I thought there was only going to be one Buddha. There was actually loads of them and a giant one, and they're all national treasures. But as impressive as they are, this is the most impressive thing for me. This is a 5-story, 57-foot wooden pagoda, which actually makes it Japan's biggest wooden pagoda, and it's just so impressive. I mean, the architecture and just the sheer size of it, standing here, surrounded by sakura trees, no less. How cool is this? I'm in awe a little bit. Unfortunately, this whole place is about to close. It is quite late at night, so it's time for me to go get something to eat and hit the sack. I'm absolutely shattered. I dragged myself out of bed so early to get here and make up for a little bit of yesterday's busyness. I definitely lost time, but I've come to one of the places you for sure want to come to if you come to Kyoto, the bamboo forest. I mean, look at this place. It is stunning. It's like 7:30 in the morning and there's already so many people. So if you do want to come here, I would suggest coming as early as you possibly can. I literally got the first bus I could at 6:40 in the morning, but it takes like 30 minutes to get here from central Kyoto and then another 15 minutes walk. People aside though, this place is absolutely beautiful, and there's even like a newlywed couple taking pictures here. I mean, that's how nice it is. But the walk through here is just a pit stop on the way to the next destination. So let's go check it out. This is nice. Just at the end of the bamboo forest, there's this kind of shrine. And it's really pretty. It's fun. I always enjoy doing that. There's a lot of crows in this area. It's interesting that most of these are written in English. It just shows how many tourists come here. Oh yeah, look how cool and decorative this is. So nice. Yeah, this is cool. This is nice. And loads of little Inari foxes. We're going to be seeing much more of them later, but it's written that this place is a little bit famous because the emperor's younger brother came here. So I guess that's something. But it's so peaceful. Definitely a benefit to come here nice and early to avoid all the crowds and enjoy this by yourself. So the temple I was going to go to is actually closed because it's too early. So I've come to Arashiyama Park, and this actually wasn't part of my itinerary list, but I'm glad I came because it's just really nice and it's a getaway from all the people for sure. Behind me is the Togetsukyo Bridge, or Moon Crossing Bridge in English, and it's Arashiyama's most iconic landmark, I guess. But what's really nice about this area is just the nature. I mean, you've got this wide open riverbank flowing, a kind of miniature dam or waterfall back there, and just so much wildlife. Loads of different birds like ducks feeding, you get really close to them, and some white birds. I think they might be white herons. Not sure, don't quote me on that. The nature here is so nice, but what I've just discovered that's actually got me quite excited for today is that really close to here is a monkey park where you can get real close to the monkeys, so I cannot pass up this opportunity. Let's go and see some monkeys. So to get to the monkeys, I have to walk 20 minutes up so many stairs. This better be worth it, but it already smells like monkeys. Well, I've definitely arrived. There's monkeys literally all around me, and what I wasn't expecting is this view. Look at this. Not only do you get an amazing view from here, there's literally just monkeys like right there. Enjoy the view with the monkeys. It's crazy. This whole area is just the beginning after you make the trek up, and there's so many monkeys here. I've literally just been staying here for like 15-20 minutes because it's so much fun. There's just monkeys everywhere. You're supposed to stay 2 meters away from them, but the monkeys don't really stay 2 meters away from you. So it's only 50 yen. You can buy food to feed the monkeys. Arigato. I'm gonna get some fruit and some peanuts. So you can't feed the monkeys directly, you have to put it down, but let's answer the age-old question. Peanuts or fruit, which do monkeys prefer? That monkey just grabbed them both, he didn't care. He's not even eating it, he's just hoarding it. I said you're not really supposed to do it, but I'm going to be a cheeky monkey too. I really want to feed it to its hand, and it runs away. Harmless. You know what, he was such a good monkey. I'm going to give him a peanut. Cute. This is a small pond, but really pretty because the monkeys are drinking from it, but there's also koi in it. Quite a lot of them too. I didn't expect to see koi in a monkey park. Oh, okay. I saw more steps, but keep out, it's closed. So this monkey park is actually quite a small area, which is fine because after hiking up you're kind of tired, but there's actually a benefit to that, I guess, is that all the monkeys are within one area, and for some reason this is not that crowded, especially compared to the bamboo forest, which literally has nothing in it and is smaller than this. I would say the hike up here was quite beautiful. The view is absolutely stunning, much better than I expected, and monkeys, so many of them. But I've had my fun monkeying around. It's time for me to go and maybe go check out that shrine. It should be open by now. I don't want to leave, but it's time. Let's go see some more of Kyoto. From monkey fun back into the tourist madness that is Kyoto temples, and with a super elaborate ticket, I've come to, yeah, definitely one of the most popular temples there is. And well, here it is. This temple in the distance is Kinkau-Ji, and as you can tell, it's a golden temple, which is why people love it. But what's really cool about it is it used to be the residence of a shogun, and then when he died, he donated it, and it became a Zen Buddhist temple of worship, which is really cool. It's got 3 stories, and each floor has a different style of architecture. The top 2 floors are actually real gold leaf covered, and the bottom floor has an open stage, not open to the public, but it is viewable from here, and you can see the 3 deities of worship inside, which are these 3 Buddha statues. As well as being right next to this beautiful pond, which is actually the original pond, unlike the castle, which burnt down several times and has been rebuilt every time, to great expense, I should imagine. But this place is really awesome. The only thing is, it's a bit of a tourist trap here. It's a bit of a mission to get to, and just to walk around so everybody can get like pretty much the same picture. But worth it, picturesque. I like it a lot. But I'm getting overrun by people, so let's get out of here. So this is kind of interesting. I just noticed from this angle that at the very top of it, it's got a kind of, I don't know what they call it, like a weather vane kind of thing. And from here it looks like a horse, but zooming in, I can tell that it's a phoenix, which is kind of interesting because It's a golden building and it's been burnt down and resurrected so many times. So I guess it's the building that never dies. Or it dies, but it comes back. Just like a phoenix. One thing I've noticed walking around this Japanese garden that's on this site is there's a serious lack of wildlife. I can hear some birds, but I can't see anything. And maybe that's because there's so many people, but what I did notice is that in the pond, there's definitely a load of koi. There's a really nice waterfall right here. This is pretty cool. Well, this has been cute. I really can't wait to get out of this crowd. It's about 1 p.m. I'm catching a pretty serious sunburn at this point, and I'm absolutely starving, which means it's time for my favorite part of every video I make, lunchtime. Nishiki Ichiba is Kyoto's most famous food market, and it's just this massive stretch for 5 blocks of different food stalls selling local produce. There's more than 100 stores here, so it's the perfect place to come and get something to eat, and I am absolutely starving. So let's go find something delicious. Right here we got shrimp tempura skewers, and they look so good. I'm gonna have to get one. They're massive. Inside? Okay, I have to go and sit inside to eat this. Arigatou gozaimasu. So I had to come inside to eat this. It's understandable. I guess it's to keep the outside clean, especially with tempura, which is a bit messy. But this is shrimp tempura, and look at the size of it. I've never seen anything so big. How does it taste though? Oh my god, that's worth it. I'm gonna destroy this and then move on to the next thing. That's why you eat inside. Despite making a mess everywhere and only buying one, they actually came over and gave us another one for service. How nice is that? Maybe this is the benefit of having a camera in the store. But actually, that in itself is a benefit, because usually a lot of places don't like you filming and you have to ask for permission, but here I guess they're openly promoting it, and not just because they gave us the service. I recommend this place because it's just delicious. Wow. That was literally the first store that I went to, and it was so good. There's just more ebi fry right in front of me, but this is actually what I've come for. Hamo, which is kind of like a conger eel, deep fried. I can't say it's tempura, but it's something, and it just looks so delicious. Now, I love unagi. This is slightly different. It's a Kyoto specialty, so I'm gonna have to get some of this. It's beeping, which means it's ready. Hi.
Thank you.
It's
very hot. Be careful.
Thank you.
I recommend salt.
Okay, let's see how this compares to unagi, which is pretty much my favorite food. It's good. It tastes nothing like unagi. It's actually more reminiscent of fish and chips, which for me is a great thing. Yeah, definitely works with the salt really well. That was great. I'm so happy to be here. I've already had 2 great meals, but let's go get something else. This is my kind of food stand, absolutely. They've got everything. Scallops, ika, unagi, more hamo. Arigatou gozaimasu. Okay, I love both of these things. The only thing that worried me a little bit was that she did just pop them in the microwave. But microwave scallops seem a bit dodgy to me. However, let's see how they taste. They are piping hot. Despite being microwave, these are really good. And that is some chunky unagi. Pretty good deal for 500 yen. still tender and delicious. Oh yeah, this is good. So I'm nearing the end of the market. I'm pretty full. I still wanted to eat a couple more things, but I've just realized the time. It's like nearly 5 o'clock and the sun's gonna go down soon. And I've still got one more place I really want to go to before my 2 days in Kyoto are over. So I'm gonna have to leave this place and get there. Let's go. There's still just a little bit of sun left. I couldn't help myself but check out the local Pokemon Center. It's really cool though. I saw a Pikachu riding a Ho-Oh. That aside, this torii gate is actually super important because it was donated by Toyotomi Hideyoshi, which is this guy. If you recognize the picture, you know who I'm talking about, but I've saved this till last, best till last in my opinion. This was literally top of my list of things to do in Kyoto and actually in all of Japan. I've always seen this in pictures and wanted to come here. This is Fushimi Inari Taisha, which is the shrine dedicated to the god of rice, Inari. And you know you're at an Inari shrine when you see all of these foxes. Usually they got something in their mouth, usually a bit of tofu or a weapon or something to be the guardians. But the foxes are supposed to be the messengers of the god Inari. And well, there's not a lot of time left with the sun, so let's go and check out what's behind this, because that's what most people really come here for. This whole place is massive. There's so many different buildings and things to see, and loads of these Inari fox statues all over the place. And a lot of them have tofu in their mouth because tofu is said to be the favorite food of foxes. So this is what I've come to see, and maybe you've seen it too in Japan, but this is actually in Kyoto, is these long tunnels of torii gates, thousands of them. And they're actually really important, more than just tunnels of torii gates. They are actually hiking trails up to the sacred mountain Inari, and that's why this whole shrine is one of the most important Inari shrines there is. So let's go and explore. Hopefully we can catch the sunrise. I mean, it is getting dark, so let's go. Something that's really interesting about these is that all of them have been donated. And you can see on the back of these, they've got their name and the date of the people that have donated them. The smaller ones we saw earlier were about 400,000 yen for one torii gate, and these bigger ones, like this one you see here, is about 1 million yen and upwards. So kind of a goal for the channel, unrealistic goal maybe, but if I ever get 400,000 yen for this particular video, I'll buy a torii gate in this shrine. It's a promise. As far as I'm aware, there's no correct way to go. You can go left or right, and that's because it takes about half an hour to reach a midway point where you get a really nice view, and about 2 or 3 hours if you want to reach the summit, but you're free to turn back at any point and return. And as the sun is pretty much gone, I don't think I'm going to reach the summit, so it's time for me to turn around and go back. You can go back through the tunnels, or they've got these side roads if you want to avoid all the crowds, and it's getting kind of busy, so let's go this way. Well, that really didn't take too long at all. I'm going to come here under the light just to help out the camera a little bit. So yeah, if you wanted to come here and just explore all the torii gates, then you can literally do it in 5 or 10 minutes after entering, and it's completely free, which is another benefit. The sun is pretty much gone, and that means that my 2 days in Kyoto are almost at an end. Almost, but I do still have 1 night left, and that means one more chance of illumination, and I've got something special planned, so let's go and check it out. Last chance. So here it is, my last destination on my trip to Kyoto. This is Nijo Castle, super famous because it used to be the residence of the first shogun of the Edo period, Tokugawa Ieyasu. And it's also in this place that one of his future descendants, Tokugawa Yoshinobu gave away power back to the emperor. So a lot of historical importance going on in here. It's really nice to visit during the day. Sadly, I didn't have time to do it, but during this season they have special illuminations, so that's why I'm here. Let's go and enjoy the last night in Kyoto. And that's it for me, sadly. My 2 days in Kyoto are done. I'm thoroughly sunburned, absolutely exhausted, and just sick of tourists. Honestly, I'd probably recommend coming to Kyoto on a bit of an off-peak time because it's been a bit mad, but if you don't mind it, then beginning of April is actually a great time to come because of all the different festivals and the geisha shows that I've shown you, and usually this is the peak time for full bloom sakura, but I personally probably wouldn't come again during this season unless I wanted to see geisha. I'm in Kyoto Station, which, I mean, look at this place. It's kind of like a location in itself. And from here, you can actually reach some really good destinations in Japan. For example, Osaka is like 20 minutes away, fast train. Nara, like 40 minutes. And Kobe is about 1 hour away by normal train. And you know what's in Kobe? Expensive, delicious A5 Kobe beef. I cannot resist the call, so that's where I'm going right now. If you want to see me eat that, then there'll be some links to click to find it. You know what to do. Let's go.